What's up, guys? How we doing? YouTubers! Morning, morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Beautiful stuff. So I'm just basically holding runners. Come and take out, back out this high at 2170. Monster shakeout. So in at 2060 and 2070. Paid at 2081. I'm just holding runners now. Bum 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 dee 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 dee. What's up, guys? How we doing? Elon, yo, yo. What's up, Elon? Hey again. Hey, what's up, fam? Shalom. Are you Jewish? Who's Jewish? Mazal. Mazal. Mazal, mazal, mazal. Jewish and Israeli. What's up, my guy? Got a friend, got a good friend of mine who's Jewish. Good bloke. Who's ready to rumble today? It's gonna be a good day. Oh yeah, baby. Let's fucking go. It's already been a good day, to be fair, if you've been inside RP. Let's go. Yes, Rambo. Rambo is definitely not ready to fight. It's time to shine, don't forget. Rambo. Time to shine. So I'm just holding runners to take out 2170. Fucking monster trade. For anyone who has not already, make sure you check the daily plans. So there's balanced price range on the low, supporting higher prices. That is a nasty shakeout. Basically utilizing this Reaper. It was. Short on gold. The thing with gold, it's so heavily trapped with Dixie. I don't really bother with it until Dixie is literally hit where I'm interested in. And Dixie's not quite there yet. So as soon as Dixie hits 100, at that point I'll be looking to short gold. Until then, I'm not very interested in it. We did trade it the other day though, right? What was our trade the other day? Can't remember. Memory of a goldfish. Yeah, H1 to M5. I just can't remember where it was. What day was it? Oh yeah, it ended up blowing through it, didn't it? It came back and took it out. Was it Friday? Was it Friday? Yeah, I think you might be right. Was it Friday? Oh, I can't remember. I remember it coming back anyway. We were looking to take out a 15-minute low, if you remember. So this is my current trade. Yeetskis. Fucking say what? So oh, I didn't get the whole screen in. 2060 is down here. So just going up for 2170. We took the M5. Cunts. What's your language? Rambo. Oh, you mean on gold? My guy. Rambo. That's a beautiful trade, my guy. Big fan. Big fan of that. So, realistically, you should be paying yourself inside this Sibi. You should be paying yourself inside this Sibi. Okay? And they're just holding runners to take out the high. You should be doing that. Okay? So who let's sell? The polls just concluded. Beautiful for those who took that trade this morning. Good shizniz. So I'm anticipating price to go and clear out these highs today. That is a mother of all shakeouts. I'm currently 50 odd points up here. Where's my buck stop on this puppy? Got a little doji here. Blah. Just gonna close it out here. I'm just gonna take the P. I'm just gonna for the preach that I gave you all this morning. In terms of base hits after a beautiful day yesterday, I'm going to stick to my principles. So that's my trade. Little 70 points or so. Just terminated there at 1675. So in at 2060, out in again at 70, parlayed in. Out at 81, scaled out 16. Yeetski. I don't have enough contracts to take it up here. Annoyingly, I didn't take enough. But make sure you got your daily plans, guys. If you're new to the stream or you're not part of Red Pill, make sure you grab yourself the daily plans. It will help you with your directional bias for the day. So today, we've been anticipating the balanced price range to support price as price moves higher. We have a 3 drives on the low. Don't ever trade through a 3 drives. And we have context for price to come and drive out these highs. None more so than how ES has already taken those highs out. So we have a six sister situation with NQ on the highs. Not only that, if you use the principles of how price is delivered, consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation. Okay, so we've just retraced back into this accumulation, which is also balanced price range. If you go to your 4-hour chart, this is BPR, balanced price. So you don't mind if price tests balanced price. You do not mind that. It is allowed to do this. However, price should no longer go back below mean threshold of that balanced price range. Okay, so prices come back, nice little shakeout, but basically testing the low of that balanced price range. And we are now anticipating distribution, right? So accumulation, expansion, retracement for distribution. This high up here at 2170 is my objective. First objective. Beyond that, you'd be 220. Up at 220, which is an hourly high. It's an hourly high. This high. Up here. And then beyond that, you're looking at this old Reaper, which I'm looking to turn into a Reaper, which is up at 330. So these are your two targets, your targets on the way out today. So if you want my advice, don't short. You're looking for longs today. You are bullish biased until proven otherwise. So beautiful, beautiful little shake and bake, but not shaking us out. One have one MMQ still to go. Good stuff, Fran. If you still got one left. I hope that's good. If you got one left, that's good. I like it. Who else is long? Who else is long from the low? Who else caught the low, guys? Talk to me. Talk to me. So if we go down the lower time frames, obviously we had the balanced price range. We had the accumulation, expansion, retracement into BPR. This is where you start going down your lower time frames and going, say what? What do we have on the lower time frame to support price? Well, we had un Breikerblock. So if price is going to, if price is fulfilling its objectives on the highs, and you get this, you've got to ask yourself, where is the nearest breaker? Always. Price hunts breaker blocks. Classic ICT. Classic ICT. So shake and bake back down to this breaker block on this low, testing the balanced price range, mitigating the range, getting back inside the accumulation on the lows. Formed yesterday, PM session. All right, and we traded yesterday like an absolute peach. Absolute peach. Using a 15-minute breaker block. Beautiful, beautiful trades yesterday inside of RP. Boom, took that short. Let's have a look at the trade. Where is that? Where is he? So that was this was the PM session trade yesterday. In at 17 down to 43. So taking this breaker block short. Beautiful stuff. We traded it during the morning as well, but that was the source of a trade. But as I mentioned, this is where you want to be careful. Inside this little 5-minute SIB, you can get a pullback here. Why might you get a pullback here? Well, you've got a doji order block. Doji order blocks, if you ever see them, incredibly weak. And if you see a doji order block, you want to look at the fair value gap below it. Because price will often sweep the doji and get into your fair value gap below it for continuation. As long as you have the right goddamn context, ladies and gents. So for me today, I would not like to see this low taken. This is now my buck stop for longs. And I'm anticipating price to come and drive out these highs. First port of call is up at 21.70. All right. So, now if so yeah, this is where you want to be paying yourself, back inside the 15-minute premium and up inside this little 5-minute OB. You've also got this, not OB, fair value gap. So whenever you see an old low inside of a SIBI like this and it coincides with an X level, right, that is when you are more likely, it's high probable classic support and resistance, right? So this old low inside this SIBI, you can see how price is respecting it for support. However, for me, this is just a short-term blip in the overall objective, which is for price to come and drive out all these highs. It's just inducing retail into believing the market is about to dump. I've got the most amazing music playing in my ears right now. So good. Also a bearish mitigation block. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Without question. For sure. Also a bearish mitigation block. Yep. So beautiful little trade this morning. 2060 all the way up to this little M5 SIB on the high. Just waiting at the moment. You would not want to see price go back through mean threshold of this balanced price range on the 4 hour. For those of you who know me, I don't really use the 4 hour, but I use it for context now and again when the 1 hour is not clean. So now we have tested it. You do not want to see it back through mean threshold. So price can come back, take out this doji, get back into this fair value gap for continuation. I know. The old 4 hour. Boom. Both of them filling their bissies on the low. Their H1 bissies. So beautiful little shake and bake. Spare a moment for those who chased it. Put a little prayer out to them. Right. Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Yeah, Fran, have you paid yourself on the route though, bro? Like I know you got. Is that the runner on your? Okay, I got you. I'm with you. That's the runner. That's your runner. Why would you have your runner at 0325? Just out of curiosity. Why? I mean, your stop loss. Why would you put your stop loss there? Like that is literally where price is more likely to be going right now. 2103 is what? That's your current stop loss, isn't it? On your runner. Right, so why would you have your stop loss at 2103 when that is pretty much where price is going? All right. Either that or pay yourself and be content. Trade management, bro. It's what we always talk about, right? Like, why in God's name would you have this as your position and then have a runner and then choke your runner's TP to here when this doji is exactly where you're anticipating price to come back to? That makes absolutely no sense. Either terminate your trade or keep your runner below you know what. All right, until you get a break of structure in your own trade, which should result in price having to take out this high. Right, so if you're holding a runner, your runner hasn't moved in terms of its stop, which is why I terminated my runner here, because I don't want to weather a pullback because I only had 2 contracts. If I had 3 contracts, paid, holding a runner, but I don't. I had 2 contracts. All right, so learning how to scale is super important. Super important. Right? We harp on about it enough, guys. Learning how to scale properly. Chat with me. I'm literally never cutting my nose again. Gonna get that poppy waxed. God. Yeah, we talk about trimming nose hair. Oh God. So I'm currently just sat patient. Took my trade this morning. Bum. Anticipating price to come and take out this doji. You guys know the drill. You know the drill. Bum. So this is I need to put that in the thing. Bum. Yes, sir. Oh, rude boy. Where have you been? I use 15 sec structure beyond snakes. NZ is with animals mostly. Yeah. Probably. H1 to M5. H1 to M5. Yeah, potentially. Fran, depends where this, obviously this hourly candle closes, but for sure. Took a break. Yeah, good for you. Fair enough, rude boy. Understood. It happens now and again, right? Need to get a little separation from the charts. It's all good. It's all good. I know. I don't know what happened to you, rude boy. You just disappeared off the face of the planet. Everyone was like, "Where's he gone? Is he all right? Is he okay? What's crack-a-lacking?" But good to know you're doing all right, mate. That's what life's about. Have you been making use of the daily plans, rude boy? You've got to change your name, by the way. Well, I hope they've been helping you out. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. So don't forget, we got consumer confidence at 10. I'm anticipating this Reaper to hold for higher prices. So long of 2060, scaled out, paid myself inside this 5-minute Sibby. You're anticipating price to come and drive out these highs. 2170 is the next objective. We had this doji inside underneath. Probably something in my throat. Waiting for price to come back and sweep out this doji. You look for your fair value gap below a doji for continuation, right? If you were doing that. So what I was talking about to Franny earlier is like, why in God's name would you put your stop on your runner there? Like, it's just ridiculous. It's retarded, right? That's literally where price is going. right? Trade management. Trade management is so important. So if you took this little entry on this fair value gap, make sure you're paying yourself inside this discount, this premium or this little 1-minute dealing range, right? You got to understand if you're entering in here, your trade entry is not optimum. So when we talk about context, a part of context is knowing where you're deploying your capital inside of the higher time frame dealing ranges. Where are you actually placing your money into the market? You got to ask yourself that question. If you don't know the answer to that, you're gambling, right? And if you do know where you're entering, that will determine how you're going to handle that trade, how you're going to scale out, your size, your position, the amount of risk that you take on that trade, right? And just a general rule of thumb is if you're entering around fair value on a lower time frame, unless you've got context up for why price is coming back to that to distribute higher, you should be paying yourself incredibly early, because it's around fair value is where liquidity is engineered. So I always talk to people inside of Red Pill, if you're going to trade around fair value, you have to have almost a scalper's mentality. Yes, you can have your overall objectives, and if price decides to distribute higher, boom, happy days, right? But you have to be mindful of your X levels. And so your first X levels, if you're entering on fair value, is you have to pay yourself inside of here. And you just have to suck that up. Like if you're not good enough to be in here, like down here, right? Inside of our X levels, inside of our balanced price range test, inside of our breaker block, inside of our unmitigated range, our boo-boo. You weren't good enough, right? If you are then going to look for a secondary entry to get in sync with price, you have to acknowledge that it is exactly that, a secondary entry. So if you're getting a secondary entry, the chances are you're more open to a form of offset accumulation. And as a net result of that, you have to learn how to scale out of your positions effectively so you don't become a statistic who's just getting chopped up by offset accumulation, right? So this is an example. If you're entering around fair value and you pay yourself inside of a premium and price were to come back and stop you out, it doesn't matter because you are paid. Paid. And that's what gets us into that 70 to 80% consistency bracket, the ability to know how to scale out effectively by understanding the context in which you are deploying your capital. All right. So yes, if you are inside of this fair value, right, as we were talking about, underneath the doji, look for the fair value out under the doji for continuation. Set it well in advance. There's your little turtle suit. Paying yourself, holding runners, right? Your objective is to get price up here, guys, right? But you have to understand that you have to scale because your entry is not optimum. So you're looking for price to come and drive and clear out all this up on these highs. Tune. Oh, by the way, if it, just in case someone might, I don't know, someone might. If anyone wants to listen to the same music, moi. Oh no. Not that. You can listen to the same music that I have on in my ears by using that link as a jam. You can request your own music or that sort of stuff. We all listen to the same music. It's a bit of a vibe. Up to you. But it's there if you want to listen in. Currently it's jazz. Or sort of like, I don't know, like just lo-fi jazz. Up to you. The option's there. I haven't really sold it, have I? No, but it's there for you. No, I haven't been trading for the last 3 months or so. Took a little break. Yeah, fair play to you. Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that, rude boy. Was driving myself crazy. My obsessive desire to solve the market made me go mad. Basically, after realizing, coming to the conclusion that either I couldn't or it wasn't possible. Well, you missed a massive speech that I did this morning inside of Red Pill, bro, which kind of broke this all down, and it's the ability to approach the markets, right, and how you approach the markets and what you're trying to achieve out of the markets, you know, and it's all about just finding a process and iterating on that. It's not trying to become rich. It's not about trying to make X amount of money. It's not about trying to win trades or lose trades. It is literally just trading candles and following a process. That is it. And then at the end of that, there's an outcome. More times than not, it's monetary, right? But people have got to change the way that they view the market. The quicker that they do that, the sooner that they become successful. Like, stop looking at it as a means to make money. Fall in love with the craft, fall in love with actual trading, fall in love with the process, and then create a structure for trading it, right? But too many people step to the market, and it sounds like you were going through this, and you're like, I've got to be right. I've got to know how to trade. I've got to make money. I've got to force that, blah. If you do that, you're always going to fail. You're always going to fail if you're like that, right? Because the market doesn't work like that. You're going to lose. And if you come with that attitude, like, oh, I've got to be right the whole time, or I've got to master markets, or I need to be like so-and-so Mr. Bullshit on Twitter, you're always going to be comparing yourself to others, and you're not quite good enough, and then that dents your ego. Then you start taking losing trades and you start to spiral, right? That's not what trading's about. Focus on you, focus on the process, and take the fear away from the charts, right? They are literally just candles. Like, if you walk down a dark alley and there's a guy with a semi-automatic rifle at the other end, and he's going, "Come here, rude boy. Come here," right? At that point, you have a valid reason to be scared, right? You might get a little bit shit. You might get a little bit scared, and you might want to turn around the other way and do something else. But when it comes to trading, they are literally just candles that go up and down. So why people have anxiety at the charts blows my mind. Blows my mind. Literally, just have a process and follow it. And if you fail and it loses, okay, that trade was wrong. If that trade succeeds and it was a green trade, okay, great, that trade was okay. It is not a battle of who is right and who is wrong. It's not. It's just not. It's just not that. The quicker you get to realizing that the market, it's not about that. The better. Like, you're gonna die young if you have that sort of anxiety at the charts. Like, that whole tense, and feeling within your body. It's gonna go elsewhere in your life. You just don't need it. All right. So what we teach inside Red Pill, the PhD level course of trading turtle suits, is literally just everything you need in terms of a process to how to frame an A+ trade. Follow the process. Stay patient, wait for price to come to you, and goddamn execute. Okay? Have a plan. Ask yourself the question, where are the institutions stepping into the market? If I had a boss and I worked for Goldman Sachs, could I justify placing £20 million into the market at this position at this particular time and create context and a bias for that trade? If you do that on every single trade and trade goes through that level, so you want to find your buck stop levels, okay, well, if price goes through this level, I am wrong, and price goes through that level, it's okay. That's fine. You're trading to a plan, it didn't work out. That's trading. However, if you sit at your charts and go, oh, this looks like a 2022. Oh, this looks about right. And you've got absolutely no comprehension of higher time frame context. What's the weekly profile that we're in. Where's Dixie currently sitting on the markets? Do we have any NASDAQ divergences? What's the current state of plays with news? What have we done for the previous days during the week? What's the higher time frame market structure looking like? What's the current schematic that we're in? If that is literally just not even going into your lug holes before you place a trade, you're never going to wait. You're never going to succeed, ever. You're just going to spin because you're gambling. Right? You're gambling. So our trade long this morning during London was very, very simple, right? Very, very simple. London dealing range, discount, using the 15-minute order block when you had 5-minute order blocks inside of a fair value gap, trading continuation, taking it back up into a 15-minute premium, looking to hold runners to come and take out the high. The runners got stopped. Boom! On the basis that we're looking to come and drive out the highs for the exact same reason why we're still looking to come and drive out those highs, by the way, I might add. So we're still looking for price to come and drive out 2170. Right? Planned trade, waited for it, price got there, delivered our base rules, executed on it. Boom! Thank you. Price goes through our level. Are we then sat here going, let's fucking jump into another trade, guys? Yeet, let's go. No. We wait for price to set up another opportunity. We analyze, does it still align with the daily plan? The daily plan is we are bullish until the BPR on the higher time frame on the 4-hour is broken, because we're anticipating continuation for a potential Tuesday high of the week to come and clear out the six sister divergence on the top between NQ and ES. We have a 3 drives on the low, which as we know is a mass accumulation of long positions, and we're looking to drive price higher. So just because prices come down here doesn't mean that the trade is invalidated. No, because I've done my plan was created at 4 o'clock this morning. Right? So none of this scares me. I'm not sat here going, oh my God, we're going to go and melt now. No, I'm just trading to my plan. So as soon as we get down here and price is now tested the balanced price range on the 4-hour, boom, as we know, price is allowed to test balanced price range, which is inside the daily plan, I might add. You then don't want it to go back through mean threshold of that balanced price range. This is like bog standard stuff. Bog standard. Right? If we start then just pulling out and looking at what's actually taken place, we've got accumulation, we've got expansion, retracement for continuation. Right? Price is more likely to continue here than it is going to carve through this. Of course it can, but that's why you pay yourself on the way out. Right? Just trading to a plan. Okay? And you're just getting in sync with your plan. If you are then wrong, it's okay. It's okay if you're wrong, but you can't trade without a plan, because then you're gambling. And then you set yourself up for tilt and revenge trading, because you're just doing whatever, right? Absolutely no comprehension of what price is actually doing, right? You've just lost your head. So surely I did have that mindset. It wasn't just from trading. It's how I'm general. Let's just say trading showed me a lot about myself. And well, good, beautiful, rude boy. I love that, and I appreciate your honesty, and thank you for sharing that. Not many people can say that. Not many people are humble enough to say that. So I appreciate your vulnerability, bro. Honestly. Honestly, it takes a lot for someone to do that. It really does. Most people don't have the ability, the emotional intelligence to be able to do that. You know, so all credit to you. But yeah, I've said it before. Most traders become successful by one of two ways. They're either successful previously, so they've already developed skills in another business or another format that they bring into trading, or the other route is they don't come from that background and they learn by hitting rock bottom, and they either quit or they change as a person. That's the two routes to becoming successful as a trader. Obviously, you want to be in the first bracket, but they've already gone through their heartache doing whatever they were doing before they came to trading. Right? Oh, what's up? The Inner Circle Trader. Are you for real? Is that the real ICT up in the house? My guy. What's up, my guy? How you doing, Inner Circle Trader? Just want to say big thanks for everything, ICT, because everything I teach is all learned through you. So, just give me my 2 cents for my thanks. I'm not here to obviously brown nose, but obviously thank you for what you've shared. I appreciate it greatly. But yeah, and that's just me being complete and utterly straightforward with you and honest. Right? So you either hit rock bottom and you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, oh shit, right? I don't like this person who I am. I want to be a trader. I need to get to that level as ICT or whoever trader you aspire to be. What is it that they do that I currently don't, right? And a lot of time it comes from what they do outside of the charts, right? How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're not looking after yourself outside, if you treat people like shit outside, if you don't look after your family, if you don't eat right, if you don't meditate, if you don't exercise, if you don't do all of these things, it filters into your trading, right? So 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to change the person you currently are in order to become the person you want to be, especially as traders. It's an elite sport. It's an elite sport of mental agility, and it takes you to be at peak performance in order to succeed. It really, really does. It really does. Can't stress it enough. Right, but you'll see these people on Twitter who will post this, their shit little charts and all this kind of garbage, and 9 times out of 10, it's not the real reality, right? Don't fall into that goddamn trap. I said it this morning. There's traders out there who I know who are doing very, very well, who are tearing up the space in the prop firm space. You know who they are. I'm not going to name names on YouTube, but they are shelling out money, losing money. That's not explained to you, right? So it's why we have a ban on P&Ls inside of red pill trading. I don't care about your P&L, right? It's just a dick jerking exercise. All it is. How good am I? How great am I? I'm the best. If you get caught in that mentality where all you're focused on in trading is what is your P&L, you're never going to succeed. You have to focus on the process, focus on you, and the money follows. Trust me when I say that. I literally do not care how much money I make out of this trade. I'm anticipating price to go to 41.70. This is a shakeout. We're looking for price to hold this higher time frame balanced price range. That is what we're looking to do. Okay, but if it goes against that, okay, I'm wrong. I'm not gonna then put all my energy into trying to force my will onto the marketplace, right? Right? Anyway, my little 2 cent rant for you. I hope it sinks home. But don't forget, trading is 90% mental, 10% technical. Yet 90% of the people spend all their time on the 10% and wonder why they cannot succeed at trading. It is not the strategies. As funny as it is, and as funny as ICT slates supply and demand and Wyckoff, believe it or not, there are people out there who are millionaires off supply and demand and Wyckoff. It's not the model. ICT strategies are obviously clearly the pinnacle in terms of how price is delivered. But it's not be all and end all. It's what's between your lug holes. If someone shares their profit, that is their panhandling for you to supply them with dopamine. Amen. Help them by not supplying them their drug. Absolutely. That's 100%. 100%. As soon as I see someone who posts their P&L like it's God's gift, it's a huge indication that they lack somewhere else in their life. Or they're very early on in their trading career and they think that a profitable day is an amazing achievement, right? If you want to run a race like a rabbit, be my guest. But if trading's about being a turtle, can you do that consistently? So our rule, a red pill trading rule, is if you have a monster day, the very next thing that you do is you half size, you half your risk and you go for a base hit, because your job is to manage ego. So as soon as I see people on Twitter going, oh, look at my P&L, I'm automatically going, you are going to lose every single cent of that tomorrow. I know you are, because you're going to go to the market with that big fat ego. Everyone's giving you a little prop, and now you feel like you're the GOAT. And you're going to go into the markets, and the markets are going to slap you. And then you're going to go into this negative spiral loop, and you're going to go back onto that proverbial hamster wheel where you're spinning. Right? We've all seen it. We've all seen it. So just don't do it. Right? The key is to manage your ego. Right? Man, that's all I care about. So if I had a beastie day like we did yesterday inside of RP, my objective today is not to be going, oh guys, we're the best. We're going to go and absolutely smash the markets today. Let's get some. No, it's about taking base hits. It's about managing your trade effectively. It's about protecting that capital so that you can do it consistently. That's the mental shift. That's the difference. Not, oh, let's stand in a Turkish circle and jerk each other off over our P&Ls. No. No. Anyway. Let's go over trade yesterday so IT can comment. You can do if you don't. I don't mind. So yeah, yesterday, the bias going into yesterday was obviously we had a huge range day on Friday, right? Closing out the week on Thursday, Friday. We also anticipate the T-GIF taking place on Friday. We absolutely annihilated this day. So with that taking place, we had the huge range at the end of the week. We're anticipating the start of this week to be choppy. You know, it's one of the standard things that ICT talks about is after huge range days, when you've got high impact news events later in the week. You can anticipate choppy days on a Monday. Also, I'll throw into the mix, the last few Mondays have been monster rangy days, which is very unusual in terms of delivery when there's no news. So I was anticipating at some stage for price to come back to some form of normality and provide a really tight, rangy Monday after with the context that we were in. So essentially what we're utilizing is the 15-minute rejection block up on the high for a short. So that was our trade yesterday. So this little 15-minute rejection block up on the high. So this is where we shorted right up into this high and then took it back down to the low. Just being mindful not to trade through a 3 drive. So ICT is not about animal patterns, and I get that. And it's not an animal pattern. This is there's a way that you determine what is a high probability 3 drives, and it's one of my models which I developed in cahoots with ICT concepts, right? And so if you have a 3 drives that forms inside of a higher time frame order block, inside of a higher time frame discount, it validates a higher probability 3 drives. And what we're always looking at is the lowest down close candle inside of drive 2 to act as our support. Once price does that, we are then looking for the order block to form out the back end of that 3 drives, and it's actually clearer on the 5 minute. This then becomes where you're looking to frame your long. So this is where we were going long, and then the breaker block was where we were going short. So essentially we without sounding like a douchebag, we took it from the low to the high, and then the high back down to the low. So for today, going into today's price action, obviously we have divergencies up on the high for price to come and clear out, which is all the way up here. This very high up at 22, which is what I'm anticipating price to drive up towards, more so because we have essentially a Six Sisters situation with ES. But I'd like to see it get up to, my low hanging fruit objective is 2170. on the principles that we are utilizing the higher time frame balanced price range to now support price as we move higher, and just using the principles of ICT, which is accumulation, expansion, retracement for continuation, and this 4-hour balanced price range that we have in here. All right, so price coming all the way back down to the hourly 79%, right, X level, filling this daily BISI on the low, testing the 4-hour balanced price range. So for me now, for price to move higher, it has to respect me threshold of this 4-hour balanced price range. Again, classic ICT in terms of the usage of BPR. This is also a Reaper fair value gap up on the high. So you can see how Wick's doing the damage, body tells the story. This is our shakeout. Coming back, testing our 4-hour balanced price range, filling the hourly BISI, going into our little 1-minute rejection block on the low. If price fulfills an objective on the high or on the low, your objective should always be in the back of your mind, where is the nearest breaker block, because price is more likely to go and search for that breaker block, right? Which is what it does here. So right inside of this low, if you're a turtle suit trader, this is where we're looking to frame our entries, right? Right at a higher time frame discount, and then you're going down your time frame, your time frames to then dial in your entry. Okay, so once price fulfills and hits a higher time frame point of interest, and as we've just alluded to, inside this higher time frame discount, inside this 1-minute breaker block, back inside this higher, you essentially call it a point of origin on the hourly, this is now where we're looking for our signatures for turtle suit trading. So this is our turtle suit taking internal range liquidity. All right, little turtle suit here. We are then looking for price to, the way that I describe it is get down to our higher time frame point of interest, provide our turtle suit along with the other things we talk inside of RP. I don't particularly want to go through them on YouTube. And then we're looking for our dealing ranges to then break as price expands back out through the dealing range. So from our higher time frame point of interest, right, our nucleus inside of it, basically using base rules, higher time frame discount, higher time frame PD array aligned with a macro, utilizing a turtle suit, which triggers our buy program, right? At which point we are then looking for price to expand back out through the dealing ranges. So 15 second then leads to an M1, which is your 1 minute, M5, M15, H1 daily. So right in here, cheers ICT. Thanks for dropping in, bro. I really appreciate that. So take care of yourself. Hopefully you drop in again at another point. So this low, this high to this low, when this high put in this low and closed below this low, we had a new dealing range form. Okay, so you can go down to your 15-second chart, and inside here you'll have a 15-second chart. This is essentially an unmitigated range on a 15-second chart, but just purely sticking on the 1 minute for now. This candle didn't close below this low, so this is still our 1 minute dealing range. So what you can do is just flip your dealing range over utilizing X levels, because each dealing range has a premium and a discount side, right? So these are all different percentages. For simplicity, I just call them the same. I just flip them over. So 79, 70.5, 62, fair value. 62, 70.5, 79. Obviously, these percentages aren't that, but just for ease, I just flip them over to make it easy to talk it. So I also often talk about between the 62s. In reality, it's not that, right? You have 21% and so forth, all right? But this is where you're then looking to flip that DR to then find your entries inside of a discount, anticipating price to expand and take out the 1 minute dealing range, which is up here, right? So going outside of your discount after your turtle suit, 15-second break of market structure, discount, anticipating price, and then drive up back through into your higher time frame dealing ranges, right? So after a 1, you want to go to your 5, and then beyond your 5, your 15. So this is our 5 minute dealing range, this high, this low. Look at our 15, this high, this low. So if you took this entry here, which we did, right? So my trade this morning, just for clarity, see if I can just bring it up quickly. So this is my trade this morning. right? So in on this low, inside this discount, 2060 at a higher time frame point of interest in alignment with the context that we have designed for the day, right? At a higher time frame point of interest. Now, anticipating price to expand back out through the dealing ranges, going out of a 1 minute discount. What's after a 1 minute? 15. So 15, or sorry, 5 and 15, but the 5 and the 15 is exactly the same. So why am I looking for price to then get back up into here? Why am I looking specifically here? Well, X levels essentially help you define your PD arrays. Okay, so one of ICT's nuggets is an old low inside of a SIBI is classic support and resistance, right? So if we have this 5 minute SIBI inside of our higher time frame premium, and we've got classic support and resistance, basically an old low inside of a SIBI, it pays to pay yourself there, no? Right. So what we often talk about is, okay, well, once price fulfills an objective, and that's taking price from a discount, higher time frame point of interest, back up into a higher time frame premium, right? Because essentially this 5 minute, 15, 5, 15 and hourly is all a premium. And it fulfills an objective. You want to sit still. And the reason being is price usually goes into some form of price distortion, right? As price then sets up a new opportunity. Right? Engineers liquidity, wait for another opportunity to take price higher again. Right? So again, this 15 minute dealing range has not broken. It has not broken. Oh, sorry, pardon me. I was doing something before ICT dropped in. Bear with me 1 second. So I'm still I basically don't want this low to go. I do not want to see price through mean threshold of this 4 hour BPR, and I'm looking for price to drive high. Bum, 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 bum. I'm just trying to find another level that I'd be interested to re-engage. At the moment, I'm just going to sit content with that, with the trade I took this morning. As I mentioned previously, you know, my job isn't to sit here and be a monkey and just trade for the sake of trading, just to please you guys. Obviously, I'm trading with you know, real money. So for me, it's not just one big carnival. Right? So oh, it was nice of him to drop in, right? I appreciate it. I appreciate that. It means a lot. That was a time. So nice that she made it. Oh. I just noticed Fran copied him into Fran, so copied him in on Twitter. So Fran, you take all the plaudits for that, mate. Appreciate you. Oh no, you're welcome. Being able to call price live is literally, you know, if is what you want to be able to do. It's what you want to be able to see people do. If someone can't call price live, like, well, you know, what's the point? And guys, you should be able to do that yourselves. Like, I'm not even joking. The amount of times that some of the trades I see you guys take, you should be able to do it yourself. You should literally just be here for the shits and giggles now. Right? My job is not to create saps. Like, I generally want people to be able to learn how to trade and actually trade for themselves. And people have quit their jobs and are now trading full time because of what we taught them. And that's what it all means for me. All right, that's what it means. It's not about sat here being on YouTube. Couldn't give two shits. I just want to help people become financially free now. That's generally all I'm interested in. So anyway, we're back inside this 4-hour BPR. Back inside the 15-minute discount. This is your optimum entry on the low. For me, I'm just going to wait for the open and wait for consumer sentiment now. There's nothing in here which is high probability for me. We are at the low of this 5-minute BISI, but meh. I'm just going to sit still for a moment. Just going to sit still. So if anyone took this trade this morning, beautiful, good stuff. That's my little one and done this morning. Oh god, that's a bit big, isn't it? That's a bit big. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. We can, but not as often as you. Yeah, well, in time you will. Bro, I saw some of your crude oil trades yesterday. They were phenomenal. What are you on about? The master of the H1 to M5 is Leo. Mr. H1 to M5. It's officially your model, bro. Is Rude Boy still here? I hope I didn't. I hope he's alright. I got sidetracked. You know what I loved about being in your group? You're saying all this, and I know all this, and I understand all that. You were saying, and it helped me to see a bigger picture, because I didn't always. Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, Rude Boy, right? It's about helping one another. And the funny thing is, you know, 80% of the time it's the person. It's not the actual approach to trading. It's the person. So I just love the fact that you've finally got there. That's amazing. Morning, Debbie. Take a shower on it. Just getting a chance to read all this stuff. Why are you trying to put me down? I'm pretty sure that was ICT. If it wasn't, I'm going to go jump off a cliff. I've been duped. It's the one thing in life that I hate is if I get fooled. Right, but the thing is, now you're gonna have me question myself, right? Because of the saying, an idiot only makes the same mistake twice, right? So if he comes back, I'm just gonna go, "You're not fucking real. Get off the stream." No, but yeah, it was nice for him to drop him. Nah, yeah, I think it was. Pretty sure it was. Alligator to keep stum. Jamal, what was that? What was the word, bro? Schaubufen. 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 Oh, he's not stupid. He keeps his finger on the pulse. Of course he does. He keeps his finger on the pulse. No, I know. It's very close to what is it? Scheisenhaufen? 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 Scheisenhaufen. No, you're Scheisenhaufen. So if you're still long off the lows, you're literally just holding runners to come and clear out these highs. That's what you're doing, right? You also got your little trigger on this low here now. Just busy talking to you lot. Busy rabbiting away with you lot. This is fun. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, here she goes. There she is. I knew she was coming. I knew she was turning up for the books. There she is. There she is. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So if you're not in on this low, you just want to sit patient. If you're not in it, it's boo-boo. You weren't good enough. You got news coming out at 10 o'clock now, right? I'm anticipating price to come and drive out this high, but I want to see where we are going into news. If it continues from here, I haven't re-entered in on this low, even though for those of you who will know this old balanced price range from broadening formation, yeah, I'm not gonna chase it here just because we've got news at 10 o'clock, and we've also got the opens to contend with. But yeah, in terms of your triggers on the low, you have it all here. But for me, I'm just content with the long that I took this morning up to this 5-minute Sibi. Just gonna wait, stay patient, wait for another opportunity, something that's A plus. Just consolidating inside this 5-minute, 5-minute BISI at the minute. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, she's off. No, for me, this I basically missed it rabbiting onto you lot. This looking to get back into a 15-minute discount for higher prices. So this 15-minute BISI acting as support. Your trigger was here, right? Yeah, to be honest, I don't think she's coming back. But I'm not gonna force a trade in here. I'm just not gonna do it. It's not how I trade. So if you're not in it, boo boo. You want to be on this low. I don't have enough contracts. So I was in, scaled, terminated. I haven't got back in. So I'm not going to chase it. Bum, 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 bum. Boo boo. As a boo boo. As a boo boo. That's good. If you weren't good enough to get in the trade, boo boo. Stop chasing price. Stop being weak-minded. If you missed it, boo boo. You missed it. There'll be another opportunity. Even though I'm anticipating it to go all the way up here, I am not going to chase it up there. It was my fault. I was not good enough to have enough contracts to scale all the way up to up here. I took it from here to this 5-minute Sibi. I'm not in it for the runners. Boo boo. As boo boo. Oh no, you missed a trade. Oh my god, you missed a trade. Boo boo. Life's over. Jesus Christ. Patience! Patience, God damn it! Just a little bit of patience. So my projected range is up on this high. So if you're off that low, so I often talk about if you're going to enter, you want to be in the lower 25% of a projected range, right? So as soon as you're above 50%, it's kind of like, you're just in the realms of chasing. I always want to be in here, the lower 25%, right? Which is where I got in. So up here, I kind of lose, I lose appetite. It doesn't excite me. It's not like, it doesn't get my juices flowing, right? And as soon as you get above 50%, you start going into the realms of offset. As soon as you're in the upper 25%, the price shouldn't go back for sell side liquidity. It should drive up for target. But I never do that. I never chase price unless I'm super confident that we're in an aggressive buy. But then you need the volatility to do that. So 9 times out of 10, I'm entering inside the discount side of this, the projected range. So you can see how we're just above that, which kind of makes it, it's just not really in the way that I trade. I want to be on the turtle suit on the low or not at all. I'm a turtle suit trader, baby. I trade the very trigger of a buy program, and then I get in a link and I scale out with the buy program. Why? I hear you ask. Lowest possible risk. Maximum return potential. If there is such a thing as a holy grail in trading, that is surely it. That is surely it. Bum, 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 bum. So you can see our price. Oh, I accidentally moved that. I've accidentally moved that, haven't I? Yeah, la sa la na 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 So patience, guys. Don't feel like you need to chase anything. Absolutely no need to chase anything. Who's green this morning? Who is green skis? 2 trades this morning. We're 2 for 2. Let's have a look. Ooh, get some. Andy White, I am green skis. Time to shine. Rambo, green skis. That's what we like to see, guys. That's what we like to see. Flat skis, green skis. Very good, guys. Well done. Impressed. Impressive. Very impressive, guys. Very, very impressive. No trade skis. Man, how I need to get green. What trade did you take to go red, rude boy? How the hell are you red? Debbie, no trade skis. You got on a little bit late today. What is box breeding? That's a random question. Where did that come from? It's a super random question. It is a nice thing. Oh yeah, but yeah. Okay, I'm with you. I'm reading your chat now. I'm with you. You're chatting amongst yourselves. I got you. I'm with you. Yeah, it's how you start every meditation, basically. So you breathe in for 4, hold your breath for 4, breathe out for 4, and it's basically reduces your cortisol levels. It's good if you're taking a trash trade. So for me, your objective is to get price up to 2170 today. If you're entering, this is where if you're in on this low, you're just literally just holding runners. If you're not in the trade, you just got to go boo boo. You know, you can trade this going off this 5-minute BISI, fill on this BISI, then utilizing this for continuation. This is classic ICT. Once you break back out, look for it to retest, for it to then drive on. You can do all of that, but for me, it's just this close to the news, the open and news. I'm not really that asked. Right, this is where I want to be in. This is where we're in. Paid. Scale to run out to hold these highs. I don't want to get caught in the morning chop skis, even though I'm anticipating higher prices. And I say this often, and people don't believe it. Not that they don't believe it, it's that they can't do it themselves. There is a really powerful thing when you can see a trade, but don't take it because it doesn't fit your criteria in terms of risk. It's a really big thing for your discipline and your development of discipline, like the ability to see a trade and not take it. Did he say that? Did he really just say that? You see a trade and don't take it? You crazy? You smoking the crack? What's wrong with this guy? It's exactly what I mean. It's exactly what I mean. Now and again, you'll see trades. Like I see trades, I'm anticipating price go to 41.70, but don't need to chase it. I'm happy just to let it go because it doesn't fit my risk. And so the immediate thing that I do inside my head is, okay, I was not good enough for holding enough contracts in on the low, which was my low risk, high probability entry, to get up to my target. That's the way I look at it. And I look at it as, okay, so what could I have done next time? Well, I could have taken more contracts. Okay, I could have done. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? What I don't do is go, okay, well, I've taken this trade. I've terminated my trade here. Now I'm just going to start jumping in it because I'm pissed off that I don't have enough contracts to take it up to this high. That's ridiculous. Because the chances are, 9 times out of 10, price will come back on you and you'll start chipping away at those gains you've just made. So why in God's name would you do that? So when I say there are often times, especially after I have taken a trade and it's concluded, which is what has happened, I've taken this trade and it's concluded, I'm not immediately looking to jump back into another trade. Protecting capital, protecting the mental capital and your mental agility, and waiting for another opportunity. If price delivers to our target and I'm not in it, I don't care. I can get just as much out of that trade knowing that it is gone to target. Okay, it's still positive to my own mental state that I was right in terms of directional bias of price, right? And as we always talk about, you want to protect your mental capital like you're a performance sport. So yes, and just like performance sport, you are only as good as your last trade. So this trade here, beautiful trade. I'm super happy with it. Super happy with it, right? Right here, boom. 2060 all the way up to 2116. Boom, 50 points, lovely. Thank you very much, yeetskis, right? That was my last trade, right? That was my last trade. So what I don't want to do is go in and then feel, like, okay, I've achieved my objectives today, to then start going, okay, well, I haven't got to my target, so I'm going to trade again, right? And then this takes a loss, and then you're like, oh, God damn it, why did I do that, right? And then you start chipping away at that peak performance mental state that you want to be in the whole time. Right? So yes, I will often see trades and don't need to take them for a multitude of reasons. Protecting the mental capital, but also not wanting to chase price. Your entry was your opportunities to go long was on this very low. As I was talking about, you don't want to see price back through mean threshold once price tests balanced price range on the 4 hour. So for me, I was looking for slightly lower. I wanted us to get back inside this little 1 minute SIBI on this low, essentially inverted, which it got into, but I wanted mean threshold to mitigate these this range here. Didn't get it. So I'm not now going to chase price, but essentially what's happened, you've gone premium discount. If you're bullish and you're trading like this, you're taking price out of a premium, you're paying yourself, out of a discount, you're paying yourself inside of a premium, and you're holding a runner to take out the highs, right? So it's a case of taking internal range and you're working out to take out external range. External range. External range. Right? If you're doing this over a higher time frame, internal range to external range. Right? It's essentially what you're doing. All right, so I'm anticipating price to drive out this higher. I didn't get my entry on the low. I missed it for this secondary entry. Okay, it's okay. I'm not bothered. So I'm just going to wait for the open. Wait for the market to tip its hands. See if there's an AM session trade opportunity. So yeah, as I was talking about, class ICT. So this 5 minute BISI inside a discount, testing the low. Once it's gone, testing the high for it to now rip off. But you just want to be careful. I'm not chasing it. I'm not chasing it. Staying patient. Be nice if we got one more sweep. Be nice if we got one more sweep. One more sweep, Jeff. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Yeah, exactly. There is a gap to fill in. Yeah, ES has got, if a bullish price, ES has got to break this 5 minute city. It's got to break it. Bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, da, 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 da. So if you're entering long here, you'd be entering literally at the worst possible place. Ah, sí. Bum, 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 bum. So again, if it does come back, this is where you've got, chances are it probably won't though, but if it does, you want to see the upper quads on this 5 minutes BISI now to support. If it did come back and just do a wick, but chances are it's just going to rip to target now. So again, if you're long, you pay yourself inside of here, guys. You pay yourself inside of a premium of a higher time frame dealing range, and then you're holding runners to take out the liquidity above that dealing range. At which point you would then have a break of structure on the higher time frame dealing range, right? So you need to you'd pay yourself above the high, but pay yourself in here, pay yourself above the high. I'm ultimately seeking this high. And then beyond that, we'll be looking at 220. And then beyond that, we'll look at all the way up at 320. So I'm anticipating a buy day today. So one thing you can do with a buy day, so that is your sweep pre 830. And then you wait for a pullback into this low to whatever high gets put in for a discount for continuation. Yeah. It's not a textbook in terms of a buy day profile. It's not textbook, but this is just a gnarly sweep. So whether it comes back or not is debatable because price has got quite a distance to go. So 220 is where I'm actually looking for, but 170 is your low hanging fruit objective, and then beyond that you're looking up at 300. So it's got quite a distance to go. But what I'm trying to say is with a buy day, you're looking for your sweep pre 830. Once that takes place, once the open takes place, wherever that high comes in, you look for a discount of that range for continuation. If you can apply that with a PDRA to support at that level, that's great. That's what you're looking to do. So I think she ain't coming back, guys. She ain't coming back. Sorry, guys, I was caught rabbiting. Missed this trigger on the low. X, we had a couple of inside days. You said in the past you usually expect last minute day. Have we had time? Have we? That's a great shout. This was an inside day. We haven't had a couple of inside days. So this is an inside day. This one here. This is an inside day of this day. So yeah, absolutely. 2 days after an inside day is when you anticipate range. This is your inside day, so 2 days. So we're 2 days after an inside day. So yeah, absolutely. Again, anticipating range today. So if you want my advice, do not short today. Like just do not short. You're looking for longs today. I'll let you know if there's a trade idea. But yeah, good spot, Adam. Absolutely. Anybody still holding runners from the lows? Who's still got a runner? Good stuff, Steve. Beautiful stuff, mate. I know. Hold her! Steve will hold through a 60-point drawdown. Doesn't care. If there's something that's A plus, I'll let you know. At the moment, there isn't. It's the right mindset to have, Steve. Honestly, mate. Obviously, pay yourself en route. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you shouldn't be scared. You shouldn't be scared of price. Once you submit, you submit. Once you're in, you're entered. So, a beautiful example of balanced price range on the low supporting price. Inside the Blake block. Boom, 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 boom. So you'd want to see, you'd want to see this hold, right? The upper quads on this 5-minute BISI, you'd want these to hold for higher prices. So I'm just waiting for the open. I'm waiting for the market to tip its hand. I'm waiting for news. If it rips, I missed it. Right? There's other ways to get in with a buy day. For example, if we can't take out this high and we just consolidate here, right? This is the sell side of the curve. This is the buy side of the curve. If we just wick this turtle suit this high, but we have a 5-minute BISI below it, you can look at price filling that 5-minute BISI for continuation. So there's so many different ways you can get in sync with price, right? You don't need to. You just need to wait for something that's part of your process, part of your models, to trade in alignment with that. If it's not there, you don't have to trade. Simple. So if you got yourself a copy of the daily plans this morning, you'll know that this is what we were looking for. Not to be broken is the balanced price range on the low. Anticipating price to come and drive out the highs. 220 is ultimately where I'm looking for price to get up to today. But first objective is this 2170, and then beyond that is 2320. Just give us a ball back. So you got an I fed on this low as well, an I fed on the 5. So can I? I took ES long at 5770 and terminated it at 5774. Jesus Christ. So this is all incredibly bullish at the moment. You've now got this old high inside this this BISI, which is acting as support. So if you're still holding on longs, this is exactly what you'd want to see. This is beautiful delivery. No, 2 seconds, guys. Just need the toilet. I'm just holding runners to take out the high. 2170. So at the moment, I don't want to see price below this 5-minute candle. So remember what I was talking about previously in terms of a 5-minute BISI underneath? A pivot high if it wicks. In terms of sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve. So close to the open there, you've got to be really careful. Yeah, for me it's clear as mustard, but taking out the highs, it's just, if you're trying to find a second drench, you just want to be in on the lows, basically. Just holding runners now. There's every opportunity. This just absolutely rips off the open, but it also gives you a slight pullback. So what I don't like is that at the current hourly low, just have to wait. You do you, Steve. You do you, bro. This is like the most unbelievably high risk exocoin you'll ever see in your life. So this basically stair steps. You want to see order blocks supporting price. So you'd be utilizing these order blocks. It's just so high risk this close to the open. Shit. So depending on where this, which one? Yeah, down at 15 either, down at 12. If you're not in it, you just gotta sit still, sit patient. If you're not in it long, you gotta sit patient. You're looking to price take out 21.70. Use it 10 o'clock. So for clarity, that's the current trade this morning, but no runners. I don't have any runners left. So anticipating price go up to 21.70, but don't have any runners left. So I'm currently flat skis. Just waiting to see if there's something which is A plus and obvious. Gun to my head, this is absolutely ripped off the open. If you want my gun to my head, but there's absolutely no chance you can trade that. If you're in this, you're sitting pretty. Everything that's being delivered is incredibly bullish. In terms of institutional order flow entry deals on the 5 minute, you've got price respecting old highs inside of BISI's classic support. It's all incredibly bullish. Keep an eye on this. So you're now wanting these upper quads to act as support as price rips through. So basically 20 is where you wouldn't want to see it through that. Told you, she ain't coming back. Don't be fooled into trying to short it. Don't be fooled. Keeping an eye on ES here. Breathe. So again, remember I was talking about in terms of a buy day. If you're bullish, you're going to wait for price to get back down with discount. These upper quads you now want to act as support. All right, make sure you pay yourself. careful. If price is heavy, it's going to reject the premium side of this 15. So make sure you pay yourself. All right, so if you went long, please make sure you're paying yourself, guys. Right, you have to pay yourself. Get into a habit of paying yourself. This is a whole site number at 2100. It's a fucking horrible number, absolutely horrible number to bounce off. 2100. It's like it's when it's too good to be true, it usually is. Yeah, so I'm just took my runner out there. So I'm just gonna sit still for a second. Took out my runner there. Took it for 15 and then stopped my runner. That's super soup. So if you're bullish, these have to hold, right? The upper quads on this this 5-minute BISI has to hold, like it has to hold. No if, buts, or maybes. The negative for it is that it's a whole site number, which is trash. I hate trading around whole site numbers because you usually get this kind of price action where it just wicks either side of the whole site. Don't forget, you got news at 10 o'clock. If you're boobish, you want these upper quads to hold. I want 21 on 2170. So again, if you are taking this these trades long, guys, off a discount, off this M5 BISI, please make sure you're paying yourself inside of a premium. So you got to be mindful of this 50% of this inefficiently, which is 2131. You're holding runners, go and take out this higher. The reason why I'm keeping a close eye on ES for ES to, if ES takes out this low, I don't particularly want to see that. If it does that, I'll just flatten any trade I'm in on NQ. Followed. Yeah, flat. Just gonna wait for news to get out of the way now. Got news at 10. It's potentially delayed SMT on that low with ES, but I just don't want to get caught in this chop pre-news. Yeah, sounds Gutfield, yeah. It's a good shout. It's a good sit still. Bom, 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 bom. And this is exactly why we don't chase price, guys. It's exactly why we don't do it. If you got a nice little scalp off this this upper quad back up into premium of this 1 minute DR and stuff for you, it's still 20 points. I mean, it's nothing to be sniffed at, but I'm more interested in capturing daily range, which is what we did this morning. Just want to try and get in another opportunity of that. Just want to get in and sit. Just want to get in and sit pretty. It's currently delayed SMT up on this low. How Anki previously souped to ES coming back to play catch up. It's another divergence is on the higher. It's just too close to news. So your safest opportunity would be for price to get down, but it's which is sort of 72, which is an H1 to M5. But I don't want to be honest, I don't want to see price this low. NQ has to hold this these upper quads, but I'm not sold on that, so I'm just going to sit patient, wait for news. Basically in between the two 62s in a minute. But if you're looking at buy day, this is where you're looking for price to respect. She goes. Bum, 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 bum. Tried a little piece here, just playing with profits. In between the two 262, so it's hella risky. I don't love the trade at all. But the price has to hold this low for bullish price. So it's the last opportunity I'm going to get to take price up to this high. If it breaks through this, basically my buck stop level. If it goes through that, I'm just going to be done today. It's going to be my AM session complete. Just take that trade from this morning. No, took my stop there. Yeesh. my original fucking entry from this morning. Ah. Ba, 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 ba. Not wanting to see price through that balanced price range. Yeah, we chestnuts. Still the same DR, it's still not broken. Patience, patience, patience. Patience, patience, patience. Just gonna let the news get out of the way. Yeah, you've still got. You're right. You're absolutely right. live your life. You've still got that gap fill on the low. Just gonna get myself a quick drink, guys. I've run out of water. I've got dry mouth. 2 secs. So neutral, just waiting for news to get out of the way. We have, as it's clearly been pointed out, ES gap filling, NQ's not gap filled yet. However, I am still macro bullish, so I don't want to be trading shorts personally. So for me, I'm just going to sit still, wait for the market to tip its hands. I took a trade this morning, took a tiny little L in here, so I'm just going to sit patient. No, completely flat. I'm completely flat. She's got blood all over it now. So you've gone back through mean threshold of that balanced price range. So this has got blood written all over it. So it's gone against my bias in terms of what I wanted for longs. So that's going to be it for my AM session, guys. If I'm against bias or if I'm on the wrong side for continuation at the open, I wait for price to set up a new opportunity. Right, I'm not going to try and force my will onto the market. So then I just need to wait for something else to set up. And if I was short, I'd want to be shorting at the highs versus chasing price. My same principles. So here again, I'm not going to get involved in chasing price. So that's going to be my AM session on YouTube today. Nice little long this morning from this low back up into the premium side of this M15 into little 5-minute Sibi supported by this old low. And then I took a little L inside of here looking to take price out this long upside this BPR, anticipating higher prices to come and take out this divergence we had up at 2170 for a sister concept using a Reaper on the high. So for me, I'm just anticipating blood now, and I'm just not a chasey trader. I don't chase price. So if it goes, it goes. I wasn't in it. I wasn't good enough. I'll boo-boo. Okay, so I'm just going to wait to see where we are in the PM session. I'll act accordingly. But this has blood written all over it now. All right, so there's a potential for an M5 continuation model if you want to trade the entire M5 continuation model. Wait for M5 Sibi to form. Look for your lower quad of this M5 Sibi for continuation. But I've already taken my trades this morning and I'm pretty cushy. So I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Take it easy. I will catch you on Thursday. Weird day. We had ICT dropping in to say hello, which was kind of crazy. That was nice. That was nice. Appreciate you, ICT, if you're about in the house. But yeah, be very, very careful now. Like I was saying previously, you want to be careful going short. Now you want to be very careful going long. That's just the way price is, right? So news is your trigger, and it's obviously keyed up this sell. So yeah, this has got blood written all over it, and I'm not in it, so I'm not going to chase it. It is what it is. All right, guys. So take it easy. I will catch you in the AM session, no doubt, inside a red pill. But I'm going to go and get something to eat, go and relax for a bit. Protect my capital, protect my mental from this morning. And wait to see where we are in the PM session. All right, guys. So take it easy, have good ones, and I'll catch you later. Abosha.